Nagpur, check. Raipur, check. And now we are in Guwahati, the northeast of the country. Before we move to the coast for the last two games of this series in Visakhapatnam and Thiruvananthapuram. Hello and welcome to the third T20I of the IDFC First Bank T20I series, the third of 5 games. It's the Colosseum here in Guwahati, the ACA Stadium. Vibrant, it's loud, expecting a few more people as the game goes on, as the night wears on. Beautiful venue, recently baptized as a test venue. We had 2 out of 2 paid for India in a while. The 2 New Zealand openers for comeback for Bishnoi here. This good. Conway. New Zealand to survive. It's game number 3. Cross the I's, dot the I's and cross the T's.
Australia, Finn Allen of course. But Tim Seifert,
full side, you reckon, New Zealand?
very close, his powers, and he's competing with perhaps at the top of the order. At the moment, Seifert what? But it was interesting to, got to be better across the board. They've got to lift their game. Jasprit Bumrah, who will be in the attack, but without
what the trending Asian Paints colours are. Straight away, Harshit Rana round the wicket, gets off the mark first ball.
Huge sigh of relief. He's sitting on.
Yeah, 4 times the straight, the outside. Convoy, but that truly belongs to Hardik Pandya.
Brilliant piece of work. India have set a high standard early on in the piece yet again. Seen it before, and Devon Conway.
Batted beautifully for his 44. Beautiful, beautiful. Got a hand to that. But wasn't enough. Beautifully timed.
He's so easy on the eyes, isn't he? Every time he comes out to bat in whatever format, such a beautiful flow of the bat. The elegance. We've taken the elegance away from a left-hander.
Well, it's a good link change tonight. Kyle Jamieson comes back in for.
Top first over from Harshit Rana. 6 for 1. Hardik Pandya. Chipped in the air, but in the gap. Will find the boundary.
Well, it was in the air, and even Murali Kartik said catch it, and he's sitting next to me. It's a bit unfair, I might thought.
More runs here, more runs. Oh, that's superb effort. Kuldeep, the fielder.
And here too, he's up. Nicely bowled.
To the fielder and taken. Another good catch. Ravi Bishnoi. Back in the side after 9 months or so. Or rather 11 months. And straight away.
13 for 2.
That's glorious. No need to run for that.
It's such a fine shot. You just look at it, everything right about that. And that too off the very first ball. Gets into good position.
No! Successful over that one. Wicket, 11 runs, 17 for 2.
All the time. It's such a fine catch. India's fielding and catching.
Quite instinctive. Oh, that's hit hard. That's hit very hard. Yeah, he got a decent amount of hand to that, but wasn't good enough.
hard. This absolutely raced off the bat.
And there's a big part of me which feels that you utilize form as a team, and I think New Zealand need to do that. Form, and you made this point.
In Australia, he can bat anywhere in the order. Oh, serious! Oh, look at that. That shows a number of things actually. Very unusual cricket shot. Very. It shows how hard the wicket block is around the stumps, because that just flew into it and flew over the top of what would have been first slip.
Wherever they use him. Because in the last game, Mark Chapman batted at 6. The previous game, he batted at 5.
Karthik, the only thing that awkward looking shot, that one. 26 for 2 after 3. Well run. Very well judged single. That is one to open. Again, Phillips at 4. That's where you would want someone like Rachin Ravindra.
If you're caught form at 5 and 6, either Kim, who's so good, and we always say in T20, why not him?
But Seifert played it. There was a lovely slow ball bouncer from, and it was really a nice little piece of, I can just smash this, but Seifert saw it late with that slower pace.
But over here, they've picked up 2 the extra over, because in previous games when they've had Akshar Patel, arm leg spinner, and both of them are not used to bowling in the power.
Or we'll see one of the wrist spinners. Obviously, Bumrah will bowl an over.
Backward point up inside the circle and put long and tight. Well, he signalled that he was going to bowl. Plan's working well so far for India, which means they're going to bowl a lot straighter as well.
Boundary of the last ball. It's turning out to be such a good over. Wouldn't mind that. 7 from it. 33 for 2 after 4. It's going to be Ravi Bishnoi.
Missed game 2. Back for game 3 and starts with a beauty. Oh my goodness, on the money from Bumrah, cleans up Tim Seifert.
Amazing, isn't it? What a bowler this man is. Incredible, comes back after the break of 1 game and starts.
Is the new man for New Zealand.
Here's Kuldeep Yadav. Short, and this ground is too short for that. Early contender for Apollo Tyres Go the Distance Award, Mark Chapman.
An early contender, it's the first contender.
Lucky, so lucky there. He played all over it, Mark Chapman. And still ends up getting a boundary.
I think New Zealand have realised, as Dooley said, they're in trouble, so you either win or you lose in these games. And
Goes straight this time. Played it differently in the previous T20, but this time decides to go absolutely straight. A big over, very big, and still, yeah, too wide, too into his body, and that's just easy access for Mark Chapman.
Yeah, with the field that he's got set here, Shivam Dube, mid-off's up in the circle, covers in the circle, so you've got to be tight in at that leg stump.
You can rather have mid-on up. Slower one. And halfway stage. Taken this time, sharp catch. There was no edge on that first ball, but there is one, and it's been snaffled by Sanju Samson. So the 4th wicket is down for New Zealand.
he's having a night. Bishnoi, he's coming to the side as a replacement. With 8 overs to go. Mitchell hits that flat and hard and big. The first ball is the sighter, and that's all it takes. himself in great shape. There's the first one. There's the first one. It was a slower one from Kuldeep. He took the pace right off it at 87.2.
The pressure suddenly is on the bowler. Been hit by these two batters.
He's an athlete.
Next two as well after this. A must win. After this, Vishnu. The next fight.
Very good cricket from Mitchell. He had to wait. He got into that position you talked about earlier in the over, but he had to wait an eternity for the ball to arrive, and he did. Just got saying, "Give me a taller man." That could be out. Straight down the throat, a point it is. Mitchell didn't really get momentum into his innings this time around. Adekanya strikes again.
Even the 15th over.
And he is a pass. Well, if he bats at 7 in New Zealand, 32 deliveries for New Zealand to face. Their last over. Here's the chance of another wicket, and he's got it. Mitchell has picked out the same man in the deep, and New Zealand are falling over like a deck of cards here at the moment, playing into India's hands.
Well, you've got to say one thing is that the field placing's been absolutely spot on. The fielder didn't have to move at
Hopefully, Ravi Bishnoi is a comeback game.
Given this man a bit of a license to come into the side. He goes for 4 down the ground. It was quite nicely timed in the end by Mitchell Santner, but for Ravi Bishnoi, this is the last ball of his 4.
Pace off, finds a gap, back with a point for 4.
room outside the off stump. And when that happens, that is a quick to seize on that. Half it out the pitch again.
First when winning the toss, Surya Kumar Yadav. Hit hard, straight down the ground, and it'll race away for 4. Half an opportunity, but a very difficult one on 32 for 6. Cleans him up, leg stump out of the ground. Another one for Bumrah. And this time it's Kyle Jamieson.
There's one dot ball, and you're playing the 18th over.
Ballers for 2. Chance, take him off, gone. Great work, Ishan Kishan with the flat throw. Bumrah did just the 1-1-30. Oh, that's hit beautifully down the ground. I think it was pace off. That's a long way from Mitch Santner.
And a bit of Slotsville from
high. Chance at deep mid-wicket. Coming around, takes the catch. The fielder well tonight. Have India. And another one down now. New Zealand lose their 9th.
That's the kind of control that he has over batters. Sometimes even a full toss from...
Oh dear. It's got away. A little touch on it from Sanju Samson maybe. I'm not sure whether that's been kept in either.
Expecting that Yorker after that.
For the Yorker again, it'll just be 1. It's a brilliant spell from Jasprit Bumrah. 3 for 17 off his 4. And all in all, terrific bowling performance from Team India this evening, getting things underway in the third T20 of the series. And
What they made of the conditions. Just to reiterate, this venue has produced some big numbers, big totals. So for New Zealand to only get to 153 with their batting lineup,
Beauty, particularly with the new ball, and San India can take a more relaxed version.
measures about him. It'll be interesting to see happen. He's a one.
Straight through. Is that early enough? I think it might be. It's first ball, and Sanju Samson has missed out 3 in a row, and the stumps have gone everywhere.
saw a couple of these from Jasprit Bumrah early. Pressure continues to mount, perhaps.
Sanju Samson had just opened. Oh, goodness me. Here we go again. Unbelievable. Even a smile on the face of Matt Henry.
You get to see that bat speed in real time.
Oh, my goodness me. He's got a very early tee-off time if Ishan Kishan tomorrow morning. He is in a hurry, man. .66. They'll run away for 4 more, I would imagine, on the shortish outfield. New Zealand won't get anywhere near chasing that down. What a first over, value for money. India's run rate. Oh, let's go down the wicket. What's good enough for me? It is good enough for me. This bloke is unbelievable. There is no... Didn't get it perfectly. In fact, that's almost the giant miss hit in terms of what we've seen, but good enough one-handed.
He stayed in the shot long enough to...
Super smart, 1 bounce 4. Quick finish to the over, and India are going crazy again, 32 for 1.
It's just the World Cup.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It wasn't that bad a ball, but he's in such good touch.
I'm surprised you didn't say faith has gone over colours. No.
And we need a bit of help with the other side of it as well. This keeps on coming.
One way. Young man.
Nice fielding. Almost. Almost. It's just not going right at all, is it? There is re-signed and re-signed. I'm the former. How do you stop it though? I suppose you could get a wicket. I could get a wicket. I have got a wicket. Well, the same man didn't go through and hit the thigh this time. It stayed in the hands, and New Zealand have picked up their 2nd wicket.
And fast hands coming into play. Yeah, there was that slide.
Surya Kumar Yadav, because he's maybe not 2, maybe a boundary, and it's 60 for 2 after just 4 overs.
That's gone into the stands. That's 6 more. And it...
Last ball.
Chipped it. Again making room for himself. Exactly what we were talking about. He prefers the offside. Makes room. and goes over covers.
And Jacob Duffy looked back at him there as if to say, how the heck did you do that? How I thought I'd bowled a relatively good delivery to stop you doing that. A slower ball. I followed.
Oh yes. 6 more. My word, what a shot.
And this is what just one innings of 80 not out has done. One innings.
Oh, that's a gift. That's an absolute gift. And 16 already from this over.
Guys.
Second fastest 50 by an Indian. Sharma against New Zealand. Broken by Ishan.
There's for this. It straws New Zealand here, hoping for something at the bounce.
TV umpire to check. It's a fair delivery. Front on, please. Pitching outside off, impact in your on screen.
Yeah, good call. Effortless. Absolutely effortless. That is a magnificent shot to end the over. 105 for 2 after 7.
Slower delivery, bowled it wide.
Downtown he goes for a maximum. Use of the feet and timing again from the skipper. Is going at 14s. Sodium. Mid-wicket and just chalk up half a dozen more.
Easy. Easy. The way, look at that swing of the bat. The moment the ball is...
Finds the gap for 4 more and that'll do it. Dominance from India once again, and they have absolutely demolished New Zealand here in Guwahati this evening. 10 overs on the dot to chase down 154 and led beautifully.